Hello, Grand Rapids. My name is Angelo Darren, and I'm the founder and co-founder and owner of Explore Grand Rapids and Ride Local. Now, the reason for this video is to let you know why we formed. Initially, Explore Grand Rapids was formed for the simple fact is every time I went on business travels and I would try to find out something to do within that city, I had a problem, and either I spent the time and wasted time to try to find a spot, or I ended up finding something that was half decent, but I felt like I wasted my time. So a lot of times when I traveled, instead of wasting my time, I just stayed back in the hotel room, I'd order dinner or whatever, and that would be the night. I never got to experience the city in which I was traveling to. Other thing I've noticed, a lot of times I'll see something on the TV 8 or 17, the day after, and they'll talk about an event that happened yesterday. By the time I hear about it, it's the day after. I couldn't have gone to it even if I wanted to. So that's a problem. So Explore Grand Rapids wants to bring that down and create city activity packages based in our local area, which will give you transportation, your dinner, your lunch, as well as going to the event or show, and then transportation back home. That way you can get home safely, and you can enjoy the person you're with, and then have that wow experience of a relationship that you haven't had in a long time. It works. It's great. It'll create memorable experiences that will last a lifetime. That's one of the reasons. As we were putting together, we wanted to have a ride share to add the transportation. So obviously we thought of what's out in the market, which would be Uber and Lyft. We were going with it, but as we were getting into it, we found out that we couldn't control the quality of the drivers, number one, the safety of the riders, number two, or we couldn't control exactly how it was being done. So with that being said, we wanted to change that, and so we started looking into the possibility of a ride share, and just for the purpose of the transportation for Explore Grand Rapids. Then as we were getting into it, we thought, why don't we just open and expand it a little bit? We started finding out problems that we were seeing in Uber and Lyft for the drivers. So we wanted to expand that a little bit more, and that's exactly what we did. So we expand Ride Local, we brought it to the Grand Rapids market. We are early in our launch. We're working out the bugs in order to be effective. And one way we've done that is one of the things we noticed is no transparency. So we created being transparent. One way we do that with a 24/7 support line, which you can talk to a live person if you experience a problem as a rider or if you experience a problem as a driver. But let's say you tried the app. Since everything is not perfect in life, you tried an app and it said, "Whoops, no driver." Well, we want you to call our support line because we can do something here. We'll shoot somebody right out to you and take care of it. So we ask that you work with us through these pains and these growing pains and enable us to expand our Ride Local, provide a platform for business people because our drivers are driverpreneurs rather than just regular drivers. So we teach them how to develop income on one level through the driving platform. They're going to make double the amount that they ever made with Lyft or Uber. The second thing is we teach them is how to create other revenue streams. So what if it came a time, and the reason why we do this, because we want them to think as entrepreneurs, but what if it came a time, and God forbid, that somebody got in an accident and couldn't drive again? Now, if you're relying on rideshare as your means of income, it'd be devastating. It would be really devastating, not only for you, but your family as well. So in order to prevent that, we want to show you a way to develop a business out of a platform of rideshare, to develop something that can be sustainable even in a tragic accident. And that way you can develop some type of income that's based on passive income rather than based on hours for dollars. And I'd like to introduce you our first VIP founding driver in Ride Local. And I'm excited to him because he's been with a company that we know about. And I'll let him explain a little bit more of that to you. But I'd like to welcome you, John Hitt.
Thanks, Angelo. I'm John Hitt. I am the first VIP founding driver for Ride Local and Explore Grand Rapids. I have a background in sales and engineering for the past 6 years for sales and marketing, and I have a degree in chemical engineering from the University of Michigan. So I'm really good at the math portion of some of the problems that are thrown at me as a business owner and a driver. Getting into Explore Grand Rapids, I think it's a great platform for me to go out there and help businesses grow their bandwidth through getting more leads into the seats when they don't have anybody sitting there on Sunday PM 2 hours towards close. So if we can fill those seats, there's a benefit for me helping them, and that comes with a commission revenue. The other thing about Ride Local is they cap their commission for all of my rides at 25% that they're going to take from me or the rider as a commission. So I'm going to keep more money in my pocket for every drive that I do for Ride Local versus competitors. And I've driven for Lyft and Uber for about the past 4 years, part-time and full-time, as needed between gigs or other parts of my career. I've done about 5,200 rides in total, and that's going to account for north of 3,100 on Uber and north of 2,000 with Lyft. I can't give you the totals right now because I don't have them with me, but it's going to be a fun experiment to run through the past few years and put it through an audit system that we're going to create to show what we're leaving on the table versus working for yourself. We ran some quick numbers, and this is a bit about our Exposed for driving for Uber, and you can see the numbers here. If the rider paid $8, the driver only got 3, and Uber took almost 5. That's quite a bit. 61% is almost 2/3, and that's very unfair as far as commission structure that I'm working. I would never pay anybody 2/3 of my income and keep 1/3 for myself if I didn't own part of the company. And Ride Local's giving me the opportunity to do that as a founding VIP driver. That's really awesome. So any driver that I help build and support in the group, I'm gonna get 0.5% of their annual earnings for the next 2 years. That's pretty exciting. I mean, if I recruited a driver for Lyft or Uber, it's gone down, and those incentives were really nice if I could get a driver to stick with it, but some of them found that it wasn't for them, and that's okay. Maybe getting back into it, dipping your toe into Ride Local is a good way to see if it's worth it with this mechanism, this model. And we're doing a lot of experiments with the owners. I'm advising them as a driver what I would want to see, and so that I can go out there and win every day and not be in the situation where I'm paying out more than half of a $9.50 fare. So we ran all the numbers on this, and out of these 4 fares, 8, 14, 9.50, and 31, Ride Local would have only taken $15.71 versus Uber's take $25.59. That's about $10. And I'd much rather get paid $47.14 for 4 rides versus $37.